Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Now, I think that you guys probably want my idea or my opinion on this matter on Trump saying we will take over the Gaza Strip. And I think a lot of you are probably, at least so far leftists, are going to be a bit surprised on my actual take on this because I am against it for the most part. But we'll see what Trump is entailing here, all right? So we'll see what he does. I'm not entirely sure what his plan is, but hopefully it's something good. So without further ado, we're going to get into this. It says here, level it. Trump says the U.S. will take over Gaza Strip, rebuild it to stabilize the Middle East. Goes on to say that the U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, level it, and rebuild the area. President Trump said during a press conference Tuesday, even after the meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House. The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip and will do a job with it too, Trump said Tuesday evening in a joint press conference with Netanyahu. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all the dangerous, unexplored bombs and other weapons on the site. Level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area, he said. Do a real job, do something different, just can't go back. If you go back, it's going to end up the same way it has for 100 years. Now, Netanyahu, who joined Trump for Tuesday press conference, is the first leader to meet with the president at the White House under the second administration. When asked about taking over the Gaza Strip, Trump said he could see the U.S. in a long-term ownership position of a piece of land, which would likely bring stability to the Middle East. I see bringing great stability to that part of the Middle East and maybe the entire Middle East, Trump said. And everybody I've spoken to, this was not a decision made lightly, everybody I've spoken to loves the idea of the United States owning that piece of land. Developing and creating thousands of jobs was something that would be magnificent and a really magnificent area that nobody would know. Nobody can look because all they see is death and destruction and rubble. My apologies. Netanyahu, who, when asked about the Gaza Strip, reiterated the idea that he has three goals, one of which is to make sure that Gaza never poses a threat to Israel again. Well, of course, Israel wants to take over the Gaza Strip. I am not surprised by this. This has been the Israelis' plan for a long, long time now. And I think what I agree with a lot of people is it's only a matter of when Israel takes over the Gaza Strip, right? It's only a matter of time. Israel is a significantly more powerful country, or I guess you could say country, than Gaza ever will be. And yeah, it's just a matter of time. And honestly, the only reason why I think Israel has not wiped out Gaza already is because of world political backlash that we received for wiping it out. I think that's the only time that this has that they have not done it. And I hate to say break it to you people that are probably watching my channel or whatever, but that's just the reality. It's just like when you have a supreme power, and if it was up to me, I would say F on how the world thinks what I'm doing. I'm going to obliterate this place because they have killed 1,700 plus of my people, and I'm not dealing with it. And this is not me really defending Israel, or what they've been doing, etc. This is me just saying, as a actual leader, it's like my people have been killed. I need to defend my country, my people, and this is a mass threat to our people. They're going to be taken out, and that's just the way it is. That's the way that I would go about it. Now, not everybody has this idea or possible principle, but again, I take my country, my people first. They're more important. So, yeah, that's what's going on here, and this is what Trump is going to be doing. Now, we have this here from Clint Russell saying, okay, this is interesting. Bibi seems none too pleased as Trump talks about the U.S. owning Gaza. I think he's negotiating against Netanyahu in a real time.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area. Do a real job, do something different. Just can't go back. If you go back, it's going to end up the same way it has for 100 years. I'm hopeful that this ceasefire could be the beginning of a larger and more enduring peace that will end the bloodshed and killing once and for all. With the same goal in mind, my administration has been moving quickly to restore trust in the alliance and rebuild American strength throughout the region. And we've really done that. We're a respected nation. The U.S.
So yeah, he is not looking very pleased. Now, I'm going to give you guys my opinion on this real quick here. Of course, we have this here. Trump's Gaza Rivera plan is the most outlandish idea in the history of the U.S. Of U.S. Middle East peacemaking. This is what they're saying here. And then we have a full list of Republicans breaking with Trump over Gaza. And people are saying it's Senator Lindsey Graham. This is a rhino Republican, so I do not care for what Lindsey Graham ever has to say. I hate this man. He is part of the military-industrial complex. So, anything that Trump does, Senator Lindsey Graham is going to be against. And Senator Thomas is against this as well. Of course, Tom Tillis is, another rhino Republican. So we don't like him either. Senator Josh Hawley, I actually like. Be as it may. And the other people have mentioned this as well. Okay, I'm going to address my opinion here, right? What I think it is, right? I think this is a terrible idea because I do not want to invade or have military troops onto a other country or another area without us being attacked, right? That's just straight up just the reality. I do not want this. Now, I can understand the reason for it because there is just going to be war that's going to be constantly happening between Israel and the Gaza or Palestinians, etc. I don't think it's ever going to stop. And I think that just nip it in the bud, get rid of this problem, and not have to deal with it. Now, if we are the ones that are going to be removing these people, such as rebuilding and fixing up the place and stuff like that, and none of our troops are going to be there except for maybe fixing up the place or whatever, then by all means that's fine. And if we want other people to go to war with it or destroy it, such as Israel, if they want to flatten it or get rid of it, then by all means let Israel go and handle it. However, I am not for the fact of putting our troops into a foreign land that I do not care for, that has nothing to do with us, and having them die for something pointless. No, I have no desire to do that. This is Israel's war. They should have to deal with it. I understand the wanting to stop the bloodshed because it's not going to stop. I don't think these guys can ever see eye to eye. So there's that. But I do think that if Trump is trying to doing a big ask in negotiating power, then I think that's fine. I think I can understand that. But I do not want to have our troops in that war. I don't want us to be really anywhere part of it. If they can build it into a new place to where people can live there and be a nice, beautiful place, like kind of like Dubai or etc., that's fine. That's what I don't mind it. And that's all good and dandy. But I do not want our troops there. I do not want American citizens there. I would not want us to be in war. And if Trump is doing the opposite of that, to where okay, somebody else is going to deal with it, we're going to have to do stuff like that, remove these people, then do negotiating power, etc., or it's just going to be a huge big ask or a huge negotiation thing, then I am all for that. That is fine. I do not have an issue with that. I have an issue with war and going to a foreign lands and occupying places, right? So that being said, I think it's fine. I don't know if Trump's going to get away with this. I don't think it's possible for him to get away with it. But it's a big ask, and that's something that I'm fine with asking. A big ask is not a problem. Actually, invading or destroying a place, nah, I don't think that's going. But as we've seen here before, Trump has done similar things such as the Panama Canal, Canada, and Mexico, and all three of these places pretty much caved for the most part. So that being said, this could be the very same issue, say it's the very same thing here, or maybe not. But this is fine. But like I said, you guys heard my opinion on this matter. You guys know what I stand now. So I am against this. I do not want this unless Trump can show me on what his actual plans are. So it's a wait and see for me and see what he does. So what we have here, obviously some other Republicans are against this. So Senator Lindsey Graham says South Carolina Senator Graham called Trump's proposal to take over Gaza problematic, adding that he does not think his constituents would be excited about sending U.S. soldiers to take control of the region. I think that would be an interesting proposal. We'll see what our Arabs friends say about that. I think most Southern Carolinians would probably not be excited about sending Americans to take over Gaza. It might be problematic, Graham said. Which, I hate saying this, but I am agreeing with a rhino Republican. But yeah, I think that is correct. But I don't think Trump is actually going to do this. But again, it's a wait and see. And then Dom Dennis says North Carolina senator from Thoughts said we're a few kings and that's stinky. It asked to elaborate. He said obviously it's not going to happen. I don't know under what circumstance it would make sense even for Israel. Now, if Israel is asking for the United States to come in and provide assistance to ensure that Hamas can never do again what they did, I'm in. But us taking over seems like a bit of a stretch. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Israel, right? I have problems with Israel and with the things that they do, etc. I am not a fan of them. I don't think we should be giving them any money whatsoever. That's my take on it. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Israel. I think we should just leave Israel alone, do what they will, and if they cease to be a country because of things that they've been doing, whatever, then that's on them. That's their stupidity. But yeah, all right, guys, that's my opinion on this matter. I think it's a wait and see what Trump's doing. But I don't know. I'm hoping we don't have to. I hope, which I think is the case here, we're not going to invade. But only time will tell. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Let's go share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.